had to kind of be like, okay, eventually, and it's been my experience with people that have some level of maturity, eventually when I came to them talking about all the things that weren't exactly perfect, that were actually problematic, that was frustrating or upsetting, eventually it was like, okay, so what are you going to do about it? Okay, but how does that make you feel? Okay, but do you really value and care about this situation? And if so, do you have control over it? And if not, would you need to accept that this is how it is? These are the results. This is what's happening. This is what they decided. This is what was perceived when you showed up. This is what perception it gives. Are you okay with that? And if the answer is not yes, what are you willing to let go? What are you willing to let go? What are you willing to like not do anymore? What are you willing to kind of accept isn't your target? And also be with an open-mindedness of like, okay, this is where I am, with acceptance, instead of this is where I am and I should do better, or this is when I am and I could have done it faster, or this is where I am and you're an intelligent person. There are levels of complexities of why, how you're the expert of your life and your situation and your emotions. Like you know better than whatever example I could give you. But at this time, I wanted to press play for a minute because I feel that it was very easy back in the day for me to kind of be hyper-focused on my perspective, my issues, my problems, my feelings, my inadequacies, my lack of balance within my circumstances, and very much being in this space of complaint, very much of being in this space of almost like catastrophize. I think the word is catastrophe. Catastrophizing. I hesitated in saying this word because I don't think it's actually accurate. Catastrophizing is taking like, so you're making dinner, you burned dinner. Not only did you burn dinner, but everything is completely fucked for today. The one thing you're supposed to do for yourself or for your family, if you do it to other people, is you were supposed to do a dinner after the end of the day, and now the dinner is burnt. You have a frustration for yourself, for the money you spent, maybe for the time you invested, frustration for the people that are hungry, including you, frustration because now you have to find a plan B depending on how the level of burnt this is. And then thinking, not only did you burn the thing, but everything is over. Now you're not a good cook, you're not a good provider, you're not a good responsible person. I'm not really trying to insult this potential example, but catastrophizing would be, because I burned the dinner today, it went to shit. It's not so much about that, it's more of a thing where if I let go of this little example, I was in this space where it was very easy to look at all the things that are in balance, all the things that are not quite matching up to expectations, all the things that I know is still needed and still required, and focus on that. Not being negative, but just being real of like, I know the rendering, le rendement, en français, le rendement is like I know the results are expected, I understand why it's important, but for X, Y, Z list of reasons that are valid to me, that are valid to you, because we are always the best person to explain exactly why we have reasons, right? You're not out here doing shit for, there's always a reason, it's just that people don't know, and they're based yourself on perception instead of knowing, because the only person that knows is you, it's your life, it's you taking the decisions, it's you moving around. And as I said just now, it's you taking the decisions. It is true that things might be in balance, that things are not perfect, that maybe there is targets that are not met quite yet. But the key word here is decision. Even though I didn't meet the target quite yet, and I know there's a lot of work still to do, I can decide. Number one, to accept, yes, there's a target, and this is where I'm at. There's a lot to do. Fake optimism would be like, no, but you're fantastic, you're doing great, encouraging, which is good. But like, oh no, you're doing great, you're fantastic. They just don't understand you. They don't know, they don't see all the progress you already made before to be here. Sometimes, as much as encouragement and positivity is necessary, important, valid, a showcase, like proof that you have self-respect, self-love, or that you have love and respect for the people that you do encourage, or that you're developing that at least. It's a necessity of acceptance, but also of being rational. So this is rationally where I'm at. It's rationally where we need to be. How much time do we have on our hands? How much tasks are actually there? Break it down. What is actually a priority? Now my perceived priority, not what other people, like what is rationally what needs to be done here, and what rationally is unnecessary or extreme. And basically, like everything else, there's a need to kind of like find a way to like hyper focus and let go of what isn't really like a necessity. And it's really challenging to find the right balance, and I feel like it's a human conundrum to find the right adjustments here. But able to be curious enough to research and find the right terminology that are going to help understand better, but also that's going to help clarify with a bit less of a challenge what I do want to say, where I do want to be able to like go in my speech and the results that I want to convey in conversation, or and as well as in concrete projects. I will continuously be a capper that speaks if I don't have results to back it up. I despise this version of myself that only have a lot to say, and I'm at a place now where it's okay that I am where I'm at. It's not about being negative. It's not also about being overly optimistic or positive. It's just about being, encouraging but rational. And rationally, it's about facts. Facts are the numbers correct or are they incorrect? Was it done or was it not done? That's okay. It's okay. Like it's not negative, it's just okay if it's not done or if it's not completed. What are you willing to let go to make this become from unfinished to completed? What is it that you're willing to let go, or what is it that you're willing to branch out and ask for support or ask for resilient advice? And if it's not about asking around because you know what needs to be done, it's just there's a lot of things happening or occurring that is distracting or impacting your ability. Okay, again, it's about acceptance. Like, yeah, there is things impacting your ability. There is things impacting perhaps your focus. There is things perhaps impacting your circumstances, and it makes it a bit more challenging, a bit more difficult for you to, get to the target that you're trying to reach. But there's a need to kind of, as I said, radical acceptance of we are all human. So being in the progress state of trying to get somewhere, trying to find a balance, trying to, connect the dots in a way that is painting a picture that makes sense to you, to others, and whatnot, towards something that brings stability or joy or connection or results that are productive for you, for whatever it is that for you, for people that you work with, for people that you work for, with the goals that you have, the goals that you're trying to achieve. It's really very easy to write or speak things into existence, and it's good to already do that. But the next step after all this is, okay, not only plan things ahead, because you can plan things in a calendar. Again, it comes down to what are you willing to do to adjust? What are you willing to do to complete and achieve tasks that seem small at the beginning, but in all due respect, add up. Now you can say, this is completed, this is done. I tried to do this, ABC happened, we find a solution, this happened, we find a plan, BCDFG. And I'm pressuring myself, that's the right word, I'm pressuring myself so much to meet the target that like I know the finish line is right here. And for some reason I'm right there. So I went to the library really quick and got 3 books. I'm trying. That's the most efficient way I can do it. Basically got some stuff about different platforms and how to kind of connect them efficiently with different algorithms. And at this point I still have a lot of reading and note-taking to upload digitally. I kind of realized that if I just upload notes, they're only useful if they're broken down within a set list that is easy to access, easy to read, etc., etc. And so, as much as I enjoy spending time in the library, it's just more like time efficient to have literature and Wi-Fi at home and whatever